Welcome back to the Unapologetic Podcast. I feel like today is going to be more of like a, I don't know, heart to heart chat, pep talk type thing. Posted about this. Well, I want to say this week because that's when I'm recording it, but it'll be last week when you actually listen. Because I think that, but like this is so important. That sentence was awful, just whatever. Anyways, this topic is very important because it's something that all of us do to ourselves so often. And it comes up all the time. And I've been doing this, meaning like helping business owners with strategy and systems for a long time, over 13 years. And I see this so much, so much. And it is something that can throw you off and just completely sidetrack your business when you are right on track, you know, going to be hitting your goals, everything's going good, and then you do this yourself. You mind fuck yourself. And there are so many people that I see doing this right now, and it's comparison. It's the comparison game. This happens all the time. And it's when, you open up Instagram or you open up LinkedIn, whatever your app is, it doesn't matter. And the first thing that pops up is someone that's doing something similar to you or the exact same. They're in your industry, whatever, or it's just another business owner. Like it doesn't matter. And you watch them and you think, fuck, why didn't I post yet today? Like, what? I'm already behind. Like, what am I doing? How is she posting this and getting all of these clients? Why is she having such a good launch? How did she do this? Why am I not doing this? I should probably do a group program too, or maybe a membership, or maybe an intensive, or maybe and the spiral happens. And you go on because you see people that are doing these other things, and you start to think that you are somehow missing something. But you need to stop comparing yourself to what other people in your industry or others who own a business, it really doesn't matter. Stop comparing yourself to what other people are doing. This is like one of the biggest things that will take out your business because it does not fucking matter. It doesn't matter what Susie's doing, what Sarah's doing, what I'm doing. It does not fucking matter. And I have told so many people, if you need to mute people, if you need to block them, unfriend them, whatever, do it. Stop filling your feed with the stuff that's going to throw you off. You can create another account if you can handle looking at it on a different account. And then when you're in the right headspace and you can go over there and look at those things, fine, do that. But don't have it on your main one where it's going to be constantly popping up and you're looking at the shit and then you're thinking somehow you're behind when really you're actually doing all of the things that you need to be doing for your business and your goals. And the one thing I want to be really clear with, I'm not saying this as like, don't support anyone else. I am the biggest supporter of like other women in business. I refer people to other people all the time and shout them out and do different things. I'm actually going to start this thing where on Fridays, I'm going to pick someone at random. I'm not going to tell them, and I'm going to make a whole post about them just to show them some love. Because I think that this is so important too, that we do have more of this like true support where it's just like, this person's doing really fucking amazing things. I want to show you what they're doing and who they are. So I'm going to start doing that. And this doesn't mean that I'm like comparing myself to where they are in their business or what they're doing and blah, 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 all these things. Those are like two separate things. They're totally separate. And you have to separate that in your head because no matter how similar you like your industry is or what you're essentially doing in your business, you're never doing the same thing. You are not the same fucking person. So it does not matter. Like your goals will never be identical. So you cannot be doing the exact same things. So it doesn't matter what they're doing. It like really does not matter. And I see way too many people getting into their head about this. And I just like it kills me because I'm like, no, stop doing this because you're throwing yourself off and you just need to stick with the things that you need to do because you're building momentum. You're doing so many good things. And then you see something random, and all of a sudden it's like, well, I need to do that. You fucking don't need to do that. Like, you don't need to do this. And I have said this before, but I need to say it again. I literally have zero clue what other business strategists, systems people, etc. are doing. Like, like, I don't know. I don't follow a lot. I don't follow a lot of business coaches. I follow my friends, obviously, but I don't follow a lot of the people that do the same things that I do. And the friends that I follow that do the same thing as me, I don't compare myself to them. And in general, like I kind of know what they're doing, but not in the sense of, oh my God, I'm missing something and I need to be doing what they're doing because that's going to be the thing that's actually going to blow up my business. No, it's fucking not because we are doing different things. We have different goals. We are different people. We want to run our businesses differently. I'm not missing anything. They're not missing anything. It's like totally, it is so separate. And we can also support each other. Like this comparison stuff, you have to stop. And it just because it doesn't make a single difference as to what you're doing in your business. And for me, I just think of like, how do I want to help people? How am I going to help people? What content do I want to put out? And the posts that I write, I have no idea if someone else would write a post like I do. There's lots of people who wouldn't. I don't give a shit. It does not fucking matter. It doesn't matter. I don't base my like whether I'm going to write this post or not on if someone else would. I don't care. And that's where I think a lot of people get in their head is like, but I have to do what kind of fits the industry. No, you fucking don't. No, you don't. You get to be you. And that's like the best thing about this is you get to be you. That's how you stand out, right? And I just changed my bio too the other day, and I've been thinking about this for a while, and I wanted to change it to something that felt more like me and really spoke to the people that I want to work with and like got that across. And I don't care what anyone else is doing on theirs. I don't give a shit what anyone else's look like or what the standard is or fucking whatever. I don't care because it doesn't matter. I want when people come to my profile to see this is who I want to work with. If you're that, amazing. I want you here. If you connect with the stuff that, I post, let's be friends. That's what I want. I don't give a flying fuck what anyone else has on theirs because I am calling in the people that I want to be there. It doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. They will, put whatever they want on theirs and they'll speak to the people that they want, which is totally good and fine for them. That's how it's supposed to be. And in my content, like I tell it like it is, obviously. I do that on the podcast too. And I don't feel like it's in a bitchy way at all. But I'm not going to play into these stereotypes of like the usual online business coach. And I won't call myself that because the word just, it, mm, I can't do it. I'm not just going to talk about money. Not going to do that either because I know that there's other driving factors besides that, although that is one of them. And I will talk about both. I will absolutely say that because we need to pay bills and we want things in life. But I am not going to be like, oh, yeah, money's the only thing. No, it's not. And I'm going to address things like what's going on in the world, making an impact in your business, actually building, growing, scaling sustainable long-term businesses without burning out, without hustling, what that means to you, not in terms of, oh, this is how I define it, and that's the way that you have to do it. No, it's not. I want to know what you want and how do we get there? How do I help you get there? I'm going to call out bullshit, things that I don't think are right, and that I'm not going to stand for in business and in life. And I don't care if anyone else is doing that or not. I don't care. And I know that that differentiates me from other people that do the same thing. But like I said, that's the point. That is the point. It is not to fit this mold of I've got to be the same as every other business strategist or business coach or online business person. No, I don't want to be like, and I think if you can think about it too in those terms, that's a really big shift in your mindset. I have different goals, a different business. I want to work with people who get that and who share the same values and are like-minded, who think the same as me, who want to make an impact, you know, are purpose driven, all of those things. So I'm not going to look at other people and be like, oh God, I'm not doing like this super launch and I didn't make $100,000 yesterday. And I actually give my clients all the support that they paid for, fucking God forbid. And I do free calls. I must be doing something wrong. No, I'm doing everything right for me, for me. And that's the whole point. You have to look at what is right for you. That's how I want you to look at this. Focus on what you want to do in your business. That's what matters. Who do you want to talk to? Like, really, really think about that. Who do you want to talk to? That's that's who you need to talk to. Just talk to them. Who do you want to work with? Talk to them. How do you want to work with them? Those are your offers. And you get to decide. It doesn't fucking matter what anybody else is doing. Doesn't matter. You can do something completely wildly different from anybody else on the internet. That's totally fine. I think impact's pretty different. Not a lot of people are doing that and actually bringing real conversations about everything into their programs. And I don't care because that's what I want to do. That's what matters to me. And that's what you really, really have to think about and stop mind fucking yourself with this whole comparison thing because that is what is going to take you out. It's going to bring your business down. It's going to keep distracting you from the things that you need to do. Because you could scroll your feed all day and pick out things from different people that you're not doing. Or you can look at your business, the actions that you need to take, and do them. And know that that is aligned with what you want, your goals, and that's it. And that's all you need to do. Take action on the things that are going to move your business forward, regardless of what anyone else is doing, because it doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't matter. And I will say one thing I am really good at, besides the business stuff, is getting you out of your head. I do this with clients a lot because, like I said at the start, this comes up so often. It comes up all of the time because there's shit that we see online all the time because we run our businesses all the time, and so do other people who run their businesses online all the time. My psychology degree, years of working with people doing a lot of this work helps. And this is another thing that I will say here. I do have 2 degrees, and I've been told before, and this is another just interesting part of this whole thing. Don't talk about that. It doesn't matter. No one cares. Like, that's not something, you know, you should talk about, blah, blah, blah. And I did buy into that for a while. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I mean, maybe not. Maybe people do think that that's weird. Why the fuck would why would someone think that because I am very educated and I have 2 degrees and I know what I'm doing, why would someone think that that's weird? Yeah. Okay. It does matter. It matters to me, and it should actually matter to you. Because, like I said, to be completely honest, I do know what I'm doing. And this isn't a way, this isn't like, oh, you just have to listen to me because I know everything. That's not what I'm saying. But it's this kind of shit that just gets into our heads when we listen to other people that tell us things like this. And I mean, I have taken courses along, like business courses, with my university education. So I have my nursing degree, I have my psychology degree. My years of nursing in the ICU gave me really good critical thinking skills because you have to have them in emergency situations. I was part of the code team for years, and actually I was given the code pager all the fucking time when I worked. So, when they call the code blue in the hospital, I would be the nurse from ICU that would have to go for that. And you have to be able to think on your feet what you need to do right now. This, these things do transfer into business and being able to think differently about different situations. I've taught at university. I've helped create programs, curriculum. I've worked at inpatient mental health centers with many business owners to build and grow sustainable long-term businesses that were fully aligned with their goals. All of it matters. All of it matters. And I'm never going to tell you to do the same thing as me. I don't want you to copy me. Uh, like this whole podcast is obviously about that. That's not what I want. And that's not going to be what you should do. But I do want you to go after everything that you want and not get sidetracked by what other people are doing. It's literally why I say every time at the end of the podcast, go after everything that you fucking want and be unapologetic about it because I mean it. I really, really mean it. That is something that is a big part of why I do what I do because I really want you to do that and I don't want you to compare yourself to other people that are going to sidetrack you from doing what you want, achieving the goals that you have for yourself. You don't need to compare. You need to focus on doing the things that you need to do to achieve what you want. That's it. And I will just end this by saying you can book a free strategy call and we can chat about any of this or about strategy system stuff. You can message me or we can work together long term. Because, like I said, part of building and growing sustainable business that lasts is being able to stay on course long term and shutting out the shit that is irrelevant to your business, your goals, and your success. That's a huge part of it. So, this was our little chat pep talk today. Hopefully, you enjoyed it. If you did, give the podcast a 5-star rating and a review. If you are watching on YouTube, you can like. As always, go after everything that you fucking want and be unapologetic about it.